Hello, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be another cast by Atlaretv for StarCraft 2. There's going to be a game between LiquidJinro and I Am Sleep, I believe his name is. He's a Korean Zerg. He's actually quite good. Everybody's been hearing things about him. He's actually quite talented. There's going to be a TVZ on Shattered Temple, the revised edition of Lost Temple from so long ago. In fact, I forgot about what Lost Temple was until I played Brood War the other day, and that was interesting. I'm like, hey, this is just like Shattered Temple, and then I thought for a minute that, oh, wait a minute, that's because it pretty much is. But in any case, this is going to be the cross air positions, like the close air positions for Jinro, which is actually kind of favorable for airplay slightly because, you know, short air distance, it's just really good drops and all that can just jump in and out real quickly. But on the other hand, that also means muters are just have really harsh timing in this. They can just come out of nowhere. There's no time in transit for the muters because they just need to walk over there. It's a stone's throw away. It looks like Sleep decided not to scout over to the command center, so Jinro didn't see it. He did not see any overlords there, which means he's going to think it's in the cross position, but he's actually going to be wrong because just Sleep's had his second overlord going in as almost like a late scout. They won't even go in, I would expect. I think he's just going to sit here, and then when he's ready, he's going to move it in and see what's going on. And it looks like Sleeps is going to move out with a drone, a scout really early, to very early drone scout actually, before anything goes on, like a hatch or anything, up to 15 drones for Sleeps, so we can expect a hatch first straight away from him, and there goes the drone for the hatch first. Refinery build by Jinro, so he's going to be playing a gas build, probably a reacted Hellions would be very standard. Barracks is starting, so he's going to open up with that sort of wall in. And it just looks like standard as it gets from Jinro and from the Zerg player. The hatch does go down for the Zerg player, so he can expand and get more money. Going back up to 15 drones, he's probably going to be getting a pull down any moment when he reaches the 200 mineral mark. Aside from that, looks like Jinro is going to scout out now, and he's going to move down the ramp and see where he's at. He's probably going to scout cross positions first because he doesn't really know what's going on here. He just doesn't have. He just is not in the know right now about where the Zerg player is, and it looks like he isn't gonna. He needs to build the supply depot. He doesn't really need to block it in for anything, but you know, consciously there it goes down, and then spawning pool's also down. So then going back up to 18 drones for Sleep, he's going to get an overlord any minute. So he gets unsupply block. I don't think you're going to be seeing a. Oh no, he's going to go for the refinery build. So he's going to be getting a slightly quicker speed. Probably a smart idea, especially if you see the Terran player getting refinery. If you see him getting a refinery, it means he's probably going for reacted Hellions. So it never hurts to get that metabolic boost upgrade because it means that you can actually clear the Hellions out. You won't have speed in time for the first 2 to 4 Hellions, but it means that, you know, after that, in about a minute or so, when they are trying to take their watchtowers and stuff, you can just clear them out with your lings. If you micro them correctly, it is actually not that bad cost efficient wise. You're not going to lose tons of lings if you micro properly. It looks like we are going to be seeing the reacted Hellion build, so it looks like Jinro will be able to expand quite safely. Sleep is kind of expecting it coming. He's building 4 Zerglings right now to compensate for that, and it looks like such from that it looks like the most standard TVZ in the world. Jinro is going to go and expand here any minute after he it's actually going to get a command center down before the Hellions, which is actually not too bad. I mean, you can wait for the swap, but it probably makes sense for Jinro to do what he's doing. The Zerglings are going to not catch the Marines off guard, but they're going to move back. They know it's coming, so they need to move back, and this SCV will die momentarily. Spinecrawler going down for Sleep, so he knows that it's coming. He's going to get this Queen finish. He's going to connect the creep, which is very important for defending Hellions, and he's probably going to get a second Queen. The second Queen is also done. He probably wants to get a second Spinecrawler, just one here, and then move this maybe to there. That's probably the most optimal place I see pros do it. And it looks like the 2 Hellions are going to start coming out now. It looks like Jinro is going to be absolutely fine. He's just going to move these reacted Hellions out. He's probably going to build a bunker afterwards when he does swap back into bio. I don't expect he's going to go into mech because mech just doesn't happen anymore. And besides from that, it looks like metabolic boost is about halfway through. The Spinecrawler is just finishing up right about now. And besides from that, it looks like the Zerglings are going to kill this rock, so he can get a third at one point. You might as well hide them from the Hellions as well. They are just like fresh meat to the Hellions. And as you can see, as the Hellions hit, its metabolic boost is about halfway down, just over halfway. So you can't really defend them with the first lot of Hellions and Lings. You just need to wait a minute, and then once it finishes, they'll have 4 to 6 Hellions, and you can just go and kill them with, you know, however many Zerglings you want to build. Bunker going up for the Terran player as predicted, and no extra tech from him quite yet. He is going to get a tech lab actually on that barracks, so he might be getting stim early, or at a good time rather, and going into bio. But it looks like the Queen's is going to block the ramp here. Not completely, but enough to deter the Hellions from going in. But it looks like the Hellions do see the Lings, and they are going to get some free Ling kills. One of the Hellions is taking a bit of damage, though. They're actually getting a few pumpkin Hellions, but no damage. It looks like... Oh, this is actually not going very well for the Hellions at all. It's actually only a few workers killed. It's 4 workers killed in favor of Jinro, so actually not that much, because one of them, there would be 3 for the Hellions in that case, so actually not that amazing trade for Jinro. In the meantime, we're going to see a Roach Warren from Sleep, and he's going to continue spreading his creep. He's going to get a third, Jinro's actually going to get a third expansion very quickly. I actually like this move, because it doesn't really seem like the Zerg player is going to get really aggressive, but in any case, it looks like a few Lings do pop out, and they're going to just go and deal with these rocks, and probably going to deal with these Hellions in a minute as well. The Roach Warren is going to finish momentarily. No Spire, no Lair yet, rather, from Sleep. He's going to go for the Carapace upgrade before he goes for the Lair, which is probably a sign that he's actually going very Roach Ling heavy, or Roach Baneling or something. It's something that's not too tech heavy, but it's very, very unit heavy. Some sort of aggression. Yeah, we are seeing the Baneling there, so Roach Baneling is actually a really big, it's really big chance to see that here. I mean, he's probably going to want the speed upgrade, he's probably going to want melee upgrade, but aside from that, Roach speed's pretty much all that needed for this Roach Ling all in, with Banelings in it. And it looks like tank production has started for Jinro, and Stim is about a third of the way through, as is with Siege Check, but Siege Check of course takes way less time to complete than Stim. Stim's actually quite a long upgrade to get. It's 170, so 3 minutes almost, whereas Siege Tank is only 1 and a bit, and it looks like Siege Tanks the first Siege Tank will pop out of the game, which is a very important period in the game, of course, because Siege Tanks are kind of like the bread and butter with Marines. I mean, you just want tanks almost in every opportunity you can get with Terran when you're versing Zerg. So the third expansion has... No, rather the macro hatch has started for Sleep, so he is definitely going to go Ling heavy, because when you need a third hatchery down there, it almost definitely means you're going very Ling heavy, so you can get enough larvae to support that, because otherwise you don't. On just 2 or 3 bases, you just don't have enough to support the Lings, because Lings take up a lot of lava, but they don't cost very much at all, so you can build a lot of them. Lair is about 3/4 of the way through. More Zergling production has started. Lots and lots of creep tumors from Sleep, actually. Sleep's actually kind of beautiful with this creep. He's actually moving it forward quite a lot. He's even moving it down around here so he can connect it, and when he does choose to expand to his third. Tank miss rally for Jinro, actually, kind of funny. But it looks like Jinro hasn't actually grabbed this gold yet. He will be grabbing it momentarily. The tanks will definitely help defend that. He's engineering base finishing right about now, and he's building 2 more barracks. He's going up to 4 barracks. In the meantime, it just looks like he's going to continue what feels pretty standard. The Spy just does go down for Sleep, so he isn't going to be going for any Roach Ling all-ins, actually. He's just going to go for a Spire, and he's going to try and take control of the game. The expansion does go down, of course. He's probably going to go grabbing both of these gases as it comes up as well, because you definitely do need it to support gas. Centrifugal hooks and, I don't even know how to pronounce that, pneumatized carapace, which is the Overlord speed upgrade, is also in production along with the +1 melee attack, mainly for the Banelings I would expect that upgrade for, actually, but it's not that bad to get in any case. Besides from that, it all seems pretty good. Jinro is just going to continue getting the upgrades, scouting out to see what's going on. It will be revealed that Jinro is killing these rocks here, and it looks and that he will be grabbing the third expansion very quickly. So it looks like Sleep's going to be in a very good position for scouting what's going on. Jinro is just adding on more tech upgrades. He's going to go for Marines, clearly. He's getting lots and lots of reactors. He's getting turrets up right now, actually, at a really nice timing. The Spire is just finished. The Spire is just finishing as all the turrets finished. And it's just kind of nice. So 4 gas for Jinro, and he's going to move over right now. Zerglings are killing the rocks, which is kind of nice as well. Starport is starting rather for LiquidJinro, and it looks like he's going to be going for just Marine Siege Tank Medevac. So very standard, strong Terran vs Zerg from Jinro, really playing very standard. It looks like Sleep's going to kill this off, and he's probably going to grab the expansion soon as well. He does get 8 Mutalisk production started. He does get the +1 attack for it, and it's just going to go very muta heavy. He's going 2 spines and a spore crawler down here to defend from drops, which is very smart. Lings are coming out here to scout what's going on. There's a bunker and a siege tank there, so quite a lot of defense there for Jinro. In the meantime, Jinro is gonna kill off these rocks and maybe try and expand. These lings will also kill the rocks in the meantime. Hellion moving around the map to see what he can do. The fourth expansion to the goal is gone down, which is kind of nice. Armoring has started for Jinro, so we'll see whether or not he's actually going to get Thors or he's going to continue with upgrades, because he only has he's building a second engineering base. So it looks like he's going to be going for upgrades. I doubt he's going to get Thors this early, but it looks like a fourth command center starting for Jinro. So Jinro is actually playing really heavy into economy. He really wants to make this game go out for as long as possible. But it looks like Sleep in the meantime, he's just going to build, he's just going to have a lull in production. He's going to build some more drones. He's built up a lot of gas actually, but he's not actually using it. I'm wondering what he's using that for. He could build another 9 mutas right now, but he seems to choose not to. He's going to get the melee attack upgrades. He's going to get 4 more mutas, 5, and it looks just kind of like he's just going to, yeah, now in the production is kind of resuming. So it looks like Jinro is going to see these mutas coming. He's going to move in. He's going to see the double engineering bay, and that he's going to have a really good shot at that actually until the Marines move through. The Marines are stimming through to move through right as the medevac pops out. Wonderful timing. And it looks like just no real damage done by either player. But it looks like Jinro is kind of stuck here actually. Not Jinro, rather Sleep is rather stuck with these mutalisks here actually. It's kind of funny. He does get out after taking a few more hits. No real damage done to the mutas, however. And it looks like the 4th command center is going to be going down for LiquidJinro. He's going to move it into the 4th expansion area, but the rocks are going to be open, leaving it very vulnerable to attack. So we will see whether or not Jinro will make a planetary there. That might actually be a tempting option for him, but he built an orbital here, so it's going to be kind of strange if he builds a planetary here. But Marines are just going to defend it for now. The Thor is starting. He's going to build probably 1 or 2 Thors actually, and from that just try and defend mutas with a push. So it looks like in the meantime for Sleep, he's just going to build some more lings. He built a few more. He's getting the infestation pit to start teching. He's going to expand to the 4th here. There's going to be a Hellion here to deny it. But besides from that, it looks like Sleep is just trying to get more and more mutalisks. In the units production tab, it looks like he has 86 drones, so he's a bit ahead of Jinro, but it doesn't really matter so much when Jinro has 4 orbital commands. But he's going to build a planetary there, so yeah, he is expecting some aggression. So it's only going to be 3 orbital commands for Jinro. It does kind of make up for his economy. He's got 20 mutas, 33 lings, and 4 banelings. So right now, Sleep's kind of in the position that he wants. He's floating a bit of money, but besides from that, it's actually not too bad. He doesn't really want to max at this point. He doesn't really want to max because he's going to get his infestation pit finishing. He's probably going to get his hive. He may get passaging glands. We don't really know. He's going to start his hive right now, so he doesn't really want to. He can wait on the remax. If he sees Jinro move out, he can just finish the remax. But at this point, there's no real reason why he needs to. And it looks like these mutas are actually going to get really low on health, and he might. Sleep amazingly doesn't lose any mutas, even though he has 3 really low red ones. And it looks like, oh, that was a huge hit. Sleep using 4 mutas. I keep thinking Jinro is a Zerg player in this game. It's actually so amazing. 40 lings in production for Sleep. So Sleep is going to max out now. He's going to see this. And let's just see how many lings he has, because that's actually a ton of lings there. He has 64 lings and about 10 banelings, so he's got about 70 lings all in all. So he's actually not floating that many lings. He's only just making them now, which I guess is why it's so surprising to see that many lings in production. Aside from that, more Thors are being built, so it looks like it really does want to defend this. Jinro is going to move out. He's going to scan and start killing everything. He has 2 Thors and he has siege tanks with Marines. Actually not a bad mixture of units to move out with, but it looks like in the meantime Jinro is going to snipe the reinforcements that are coming out of the tech. He's sniping tech labs left and right. He did snipe a siege tank, but it looks like the Thor is going to get damaged. A few hits going off on the mutas, and it looked like Sleep did lose a few too many mutas in that situation. He lost 2 or 3 to that Thor hit, and it looks like Jinro is going to have to stop this creep pushing forward, because if the creep extends any more forward, it's just really hard to push. But Jinro is going to be fine. He's going to move forward here, and it looks like Sleep's going to have to back off before the hits start. And it looks like his 2 expansions that he built down here are finishing for the moment. And it looks like he will be moving drones over kind of soon. The rocks aren't down here, so he has to move them out into the middle of the battle where there is a push. And Greater Spire has started, and 6 infestors have also just started in the production. So has he got pathogen glands? Yes, he has got pathogen glands. So these will be very, very strong when they come out, actually. Jinro will be in a lot of trouble. He probably should back off or spread out really, really far if he's doing so. But it looks like Jinro is going to tech up to battle cruisers and ghosts in the production tab. Meanwhile, attacking some spine crawlers here that were placed by Sleep to free up some supply. and it looks like Sleep's going to get ready to move out. These speed banelings are going to get obliterated by the siege tanks. The siege tanks getting huge shots off on them, but it looks like no real hits got down on the Thors or the Marines. It looks like Sleep got really hurt by that engagement. He actually lost a lot of units, but all the siege tanks are down. There's only 2 more siege tanks down here.